Friends, Greg Newmaster coming at you again with another action figure review. Today I have Thundercats Ultimates Luna and AMOK from the Lunatics. If you like my video, please like and subscribe and help me to build my channel. Thank you very much and God bless you all. The Lunatics, some of my favorite villains on Thundercats. As a kid, when I watched the show, I actually felt like they were a threat. Mamra, he got beaten so many times, didn't feel like a threat. The mutants, always getting their butts whooped, didn't feel like a threat. But the Lunatics, when they came on the scene initially in the show, you knew they meant business. They attacked the lair. They caused all these problems. They snapped Lion-O's sword, the Sword of Omens, which was just shocking to see as a young kid in the 80s watching the Thundercats for the first time. So I always loved the Lunatics. It's unfortunate that they just became silly later on, but man, great villains, and what a threat Luna and her gang were. So I always loved Luna and AMOK. They reminded me of Master Blaster from Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Same concept. There was a strong guy, and he had a little person on him. So Master and Blaster. Master was the little guy, obviously, and this is what we have with Luna and AMOK, in my opinion. So let's, this box is so big, I had to take the figures out before I did the video, just because I don't have enough room, so that's why the box is turned around. I'll read the bio real quick, I'll show you the box, and then I'll show you the figures. So, Luna and AMOK. Luna is the cruel and temperamental leader of the evil Lunatics from the moons of Plundar. She is the brains behind the Lunatics' devious schemes to thwart the Thundercats. Luna is rarely seen without her loyal steed, AMOK, whom she uses for transportation and muscle. Immensely strong, AMOK can punch holes through walls and incapacitate enemies with his bear hug. AMOK is fiercely loyal to Luna and will protect her against any threat, including the other Lunatics. So I love the just the pairing, you know. He is a simple creature, but strong and brutish and fierce, and she's this little witch who's just mean and cruel. And she, look at this artwork here. She even has her little dominatrix stick there, which is kind of fun that they, she has that. that was the great thing about the Thundercats. That's why you gotta love the Thundercats. The Thundercats drew from all of the best things in the 80s. They drew from all the fantasy movies. They drew from Star Wars. This is clearly a reference to Mad Max. They drew from the old horror movies, obviously Mumra's a mummy. They took from everything. So that's why you gotta love this show. So here is the box. I really like this artwork. I'm actually pleased by this. Here is the side of the box. Here's the front of the box with the window. This box is huge. There's the Thundercats logo on top. And there's the side, and there is the bottom. So it is a big box. So what do we got? Here is the figure. So this just huge. This thing is heavy. It is big. It is just solid plastic for AMOK. So here we have little Luna here. She came with this neutral head on. But I just didn't like that. She's always gabbing and running her mouth. So I had to put this. This is the other head sculpt that came. Just nice purples, nice whites. Super7 really stepped up their quality control game with the Thundercats. since the beginning of the pandemic when we got wave 2, which was not good at all. So she's one of the nice tiny figures. Here she is compared to Snarf, just to get a sense of how little she is. She's very, very tiny. If we put her Snarf and we put her all the way back there, of course Snarf is on a stand. I don't even think I can get her balanced to stand up. She keeps falling over. She's just so tiny. She's back. She's weighed down because of her hair. Her hair is so big, but very tiny. If you guys can see that as a comparison. Here's a close-up. She looks great. Her hair looks great. Let's see, articulation. She's on a ball joint. She has some articulation in her shoulders. She has wrist rotation. Her tiny little hobbit legs. She's got a little T joint in there, the barbells. No articulation in the knees. You can put her in a sitting pose. And she comes with her little whipping stick. I don't even know what you call that. It's the thing that they use for the horses when they whip the horses when jockeys are riding. Would it be a jockey stick? I don't know. Somebody tell me in the comments. Forgive my ignorance. She comes with 2 sets of hands. So she gets a pointing finger. And it goes on this hand, but if I put the stick in the other hand, she can't hold it very well. She gets a set of open hands. They're so small in my big fat thumbs. You just can't see them very well. But she has those hands and then just like an open hand. So you get 3 sets of hands with her and 2 heads. And here's the neutral face. She's smirking a little bit. That's what comes on the figure. I switched it off because to me she just always needs to be yelling. She's okay. So let's look at AMOK. AMOK is like more of the really interesting figure here. He's got this giant tail on a ball joint. We have pretty good articulation for him. So you even get waist rotation. This would have been nice if he was on a ball in the waist. He has his little hip pads there. Let's see. He does have knee joints, so you can bend those. His hooves have articulation in them. So some ankle pivot and rocker. So you have that there. Hinges there. There's even a little port on the bottom. That's what he looks like from the bottom. So you could twist his tail and you could stand him up if you want, but you can't really tilt his head down. So he does have to come forward. His big mighty arms. Nice articulation there. You got 2 points of articulation. You have a bicep cut, then you got shoulder articulation, so it's actually 3 points, excuse me. 4 points. You also have wrist. So he comes with the fisted hands on, which I think is appropriate because he's more of like a horse that she rides. And he's more like an animal. So he looks great. Just big. He's a big boy. Look at him next compared to Lion-O. Look at him compared to Alluro and Snarf. So he's a big boy. And then Luna has a nice saddle. And you can just set her on there like so. And then you can take your Alluro and your Chilla figure. And you have some of the Lunatics. So I can't... so he comes with 2 head sculpts. He has his like dopey, happy face. That's really fun. And then you have like a talking face. I don't remember AMOK saying words. I think he just grunts. But it's been a while since I've watched the show, so I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he just grunts. And then you also get 2 sets of hands with him. You get one set where he's pointing and open a little bit, more like an ape, where he's walking on his knuckles. And then you get a set of open hands. Honestly, I didn't need the extra hands for him. I didn't need the extra heads. This figure is so big and massive. He's fine just the way he is. And plus you get Luna. You get a real soft plastic on the shoulder pads, on the hip pads. A really great figure. Here, you know, just like look at him compared to Lion-O. Look at him compared to Aloro. They actually did Aloro not very well. They made him too short, in my opinion. Aloro on the show looked really long and tall. But anyhow, that's Luna and AMOK. If you are Thundercats fans, if you are Lunatics fans, you got to be counting your lucky stars, because we never got these many figures in the LJN line. So it is so exciting to be a Thundercat fan right now. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Get these figures. They're awesome. God bless you all. Peace.